Okay, the thing that stops people from buying is not because your website is not spiffy enough, or your headshots are not sexy enough, or somehow your description of the product is not comprehensive enough. The one thing that stops the sale from happening is the fear of being had. The prospect, the person who's on the verge of buying, and they like the program, they like your product, they're dying to give you money. The only reason they would not buy majority of the time is because they don't want to look like a fool. They don't want to take undue risk, because every online purchase is a risk. And more importantly, they don't want to feel like they have been fooled. And the best way to overcome that fear is to craft a risk reversal guarantee. And today's session, which is day 8 of 30 days of persuasion, I'm going to give you trust multiplier formulas on how to craft guarantees that actually inspire trust. Now, we're also going to have a discussion of whether it makes sense to offer guarantee for digital products, but that's a different topic. Well, we will be talking about this. I will also be sharing with you some of the examples from big names on their guarantee copy and how much it sucks, because damn, it sucks. I'm sorry, that was my husband. So my name is Bushra Azhar. I'm the founder of the Persuasion Revolution, and I teach tiny businesses how to make big bucks using the psychology of persuasion. Another point that I want to make now that we are all here is that this is a really important topic, and not enough people talk about it. Most people think they write their guarantee paragraph as like an afterthought. It's just one of the things that they want to talk about. It's not an afterthought. This is going to make or break your sale. What you write in your guarantee copy, the way you craft your guarantee, the way you try to reverse the risk, it can make or break your sale. It is an important topic. So please, if you are interested in hearing me talk about this and sharing with you my formulas on how to write guarantee copy that inspires trust, that multiplies trust, that makes people go, yes, I can take a risk on this person, please go ahead and share this broadcast with someone, with a business owner you know, with someone who has people who are interested in buying, but somehow when they come to the sales page, they realize that they don't really need the product, right? If you know someone who struggles with this, please take a moment to share this broadcast. I will also share it with some of my people, because again, this is an important topic and not enough people talk about it, and it kind of grinds my gears. Okay, who is here? Who is here? I still don't see. Okay, I see people loud and clear. Excellent, excellent. I am so excited to have you guys here. Yes, on a Sunday too is 30 days of persuasion. So we are going to be doing the entire 30 days. Okay, excellent. People hear me. Okay, that is fantastic. Now I can continue on and talk about this topic, which is very close to my heart. The very first thing though that I'm going to say is now, whether or not to offer guarantee, whether or not to offer a refund period is up to you. It's your business. I was divided on this topic for a really long time because I realized that there are people who will take advantage of this. There are people who buy with the intention of basically robbing you off, right? They buy with the intention of asking for a refund and not really following through. Maybe because they want to steal your stuff or whatever the matter is, right? But now I do offer refunds because I realize the risk of someone stealing your stuff is so much lower than the risk of losing people who are genuine, who want to invest, but they somehow cannot overcome that psychological barrier of investing in something without really knowing whether they can back out. So I do offer guarantees, and I recommend that you do too. I'm just going to post this. And I'm going to recommend that you do too, simply because the level of comfort, the level of relief that people get, the psychological reassurance that people get is actually, will actually get you 3 times the sale that you would not get if you are, I'm not just going to offer a guarantee. The other, which is more popular kind of guarantee that most people pick, is not really a guarantee, right? It's a guarantee of show me that you've done the work and I will give you a refund, right? Honestly, don't do it, because you are, instead of making a point, you are actually turning people away. So I'm just going to read out 2 paragraphs from some really big names about their guarantee. One says, the things that I teach in this program are the exact techniques that I used to grow my business. I am 100% confident that if you apply these techniques, you watch the lessons and you apply this and you take action, you will get results. If after 30 days you come to me, show me that you have done the work, show me you have followed the system as I have instructed, and what does it say? You email me your completed learning material. I'm just kind of paraphrasing it because I don't want you to, go find out who this person is. You will receive a full refund. Now, honestly, this does not put my mind at ease as a buyer because there are just so many caveats. You're telling me I have to follow the system exactly as you lay out. What if it doesn't work for me? What if that's not my style? What if I'm not comfortable doing the things that you're telling me to do? What if that's not my brand? What if it doesn't fit my product? What if it doesn't fit my market? There could be a million things that could stop me from implementing it the way you recommend it. So when you put a copy like this, it does not inspire trust. Instead, it turns me away because I'm just looking at all of the things that you want to take my money, right? I'm looking at this and thinking to myself, she just wants my money. He's going to take my money and run. And it's all just a ruse, right? If you're not going to offer a guarantee, don't offer a guarantee. But don't do this. Don't find this middle ground because it only turns people away. All they see is you trying to run away with their money and they are left there stranded because they somehow cannot prove that they have implemented it. Another phrase that I've taken from another guarantee, from another big name was, my system works for 100% of the people who take 100% of the action. If it does not work for you and you can prove to me that it does not work for you, I will issue you a refund. Again, you're not inspiring trust. You are basically telling the other, and they already know it. We all know it. We're all adults. We know that if we don't take action, we can't get results. But when you put it on your sales page as a way to inspire trust, you're doing the exact opposite. It does not inspire trust. All it does is, oh my God, now I will have to prove. So from a psychological perspective, that person has made a mistake, right? They bought the wrong program. So not only now they have to live up to that mistake, they also have to prove to you that they've made a mistake. Why would anyone want to do that? Why and how would that inspire trust? How does that situation make them want to give you money? That situation does not make them want to give you money. Instead, it is the other way around. That situation makes them want to think, you know what? He just wants my money. He's just going to go run away with my money. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much, Sahar. I am so grateful for all of you, for all your lovely comments. So tell me whether you agree. If you see a copy like this on a sales page, you're looking for that reassurance that you will not be fooled. You're looking for that assurance that you will not make a mistake. When you see something like this, it actually does the exact opposite, because what it does is, oh my God, not only will I make a mistake, be stuck with making a mistake, but we'll also have to relive that mistake if I ever want my money back. So I am, as you can see, not in favor of this type of guarantees, but you can make a choice. You can decide, you know what, I'm going to give a refund or I'm not going to give a refund. If it's a digital product, super low end, and you don't want to offer a refund, that's absolutely okay. Go on and do it. Be tall and proud and say, you know what, we don't offer any refunds. That's fine. I don't offer refunds for my low ticket membership program. I don't. There are no refunds. They can cancel anytime because it's a membership program, but I don't offer refunds. Be tall and proud. But this middle ground is problematic. It will turn people away. Anyway, this is not a discussion of whether you should do refunds or not do refunds. I just wanted to talk about the psychological impact of phrasing your guarantees, the psychological impact of the words you use in describing your guarantee. And also the 5 formulas that I think that you can use to phrase your guarantee if you want to inspire trust. So formula number 1. Okay, first of all, who's excited to hear those formulas? Who's taking notes? Who's excited to start implementing those formulas? Because again, most people think that it's just one of those things on a copy. It's not. It is the thing that will kill the sale. It is a super important element on your sales page. So if you're excited about that formula, please come out of the woodworks, leave a comment and let me know. Yes, I'm excited, Bushra, give me the formula so that you can start using it. Okay. Because again, I want to know if you're excited, or if you're not, we can just wrap this session up and I can go do my thing. I don't have a thing to do because Sunday is a working day in Saudi Arabia, but still I can find something to do. Hey, Elisa. Okay, excellent. Okay. So I'm kind of people are now slowly joining in. So I just want to say, okay. Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the hearts and the love. I really appreciate your love and your appreciation. Anyway, formula number 1. I know my system works, but you don't. So instead of coming out and saying, I know it works, I know that it works for 100% of the people who take 100% of the action, or saying something like, I use these exact strategies for my business, it worked for me, it'll work for you, which kind of makes you sound egocentric. Instead, say something like, I know my system works. So in my webinars or in my sales page, I say something like, I know in my bones, I know in my heart, I know in my entire existence that my system works. It's been proven over and over again that it works. I have hundreds of case studies to show it works. I know the system works, but you don't. Therefore, I'm asking you to take this risk on my account, right? So you're instantly putting them on ease. You're saying, you know what? We both can agree that you need this, but I am here because I know this works, but you're here because you aren't really sure whether it works. So I say something like, I know it works, but you don't know that yet. Therefore, I want you to take this risk. Immediate interest, immediate trust, immediate, I can trust this because she knows where I'm coming from. She knows my position. She knows that it might not work. Right there, I might, because see, when you say 100% of the people 100% of the time, something like that, you're forgetting that there are people with those self-esteem who will look at this and think, yeah, I know, but it will not work for me. So saying something like, I know the system works, I know in my heart, I know in my bones, I know in my blood that this works, but you don't know it yet. Therefore, you can go on and take a risk at my. It's a very, very strong guarantee, inspires immediate trust amongst people. Okay, tell me if you hear, and that's what I want to kind of take a poll. If you hear a guarantee, the first type of guarantee where it says, it works for everyone, and if you implement it, it will work for you, versus saying something like, I know this works because it has been proven over and over again, but you don't know it yet. Therefore, I want you to take this risk at my time. Which one will inspire more trust? So speaking from, don't think of yourself as the seller. Think of yourself as the buyer. You are the potential prospect. You're on the sales page. You're looking at all these promises that person is making, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, I don't know whether I can trust her. Which statement would you trust more? Which statement would inspire more trust? The first one or the second one? For me, I know that over and over again, if someone said that to me, that yes, I know my system works, but you don't know, therefore I want you to take a risk at my expense, I will trust them more. Not only will I trust them more, I will also respect them more. And respect is such a huge, often overlooked element in online business. Okay, formula number 2, I don't want your money. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it also allows you to come from a position of authority. And the copy that I wrote for this, when I did this, it was actually quoted in a few forums. So there were a few people who were discussing online business. It was quoted in a few forums where people were like, oh my God, this guarantee, it takes so many guts. It takes balls to post something like this, where I basically said something like, you know what, take it. And if for any reason you don't find it to be effective, I want you to return it. Not that you should, not that you would want to return it. I want you to return it because I don't want to take your money if it is not working for you. It is so powerful to come from that position of authority and say, you know what, if you don't like it, if you don't find it to be the most effective system you've ever worked with, if you don't find it to be the best product in this category, I don't want your money. I am above that. I don't want your money. Instead, I want you to take the money and just take it, right? For me, my reputation and my goodwill is far more important. What kind of an expectation you're setting? What kind of a brand you're setting? This is a brand that anyone can trust. This is a brand that wins awards, right, for being trustworthy, versus saying, I don't really believe you. You know what? If you want your refund, you got to prove to me that you did the work, because you sleazy liar, you didn't do the work. Imagine the difference between these two approaches. Imagine the brand that you're building for yourself. Imagine the trust that you're inspiring amongst people. Yes, there will be some black sheep. There will be some assholes who will take advantage of this. But for majority of people, what kind of a brand you're setting for yourself? They're looking at you and thinking, oh my God, she's above this. It is so, so, so powerful. Formula number 3, let me take all the risk for you. This is where you acknowledge their fears. So you say something like, I understand that buying things online is tricky. I understand that you have been burned before by other people. I understand that you've probably lost a lot of money. I understand all the mental trauma and the emotional trauma that you went through in order to find your solution, and you lost thousands of dollars. So now I want to tell you to rest assured, because that time has ended. Now I am taking the risk for you, because I know that you've been burned before. I know that your trust has been broken so many times that you come to me feeling skeptical and cynical. So I want to take all the risk for you. Again, I want you to think of the trust that you're inspiring. I want you to think of what that buyer is feeling. Oh my God, she gets me. She understands what I've been through. She understands all the different emotional and physical and mental trauma that I went through. She gets it. So much trust, so much inspiration. And again, from their mind, their sale block is gone, because now they're like, oh my God, I can totally trust her. Yay. Okay, I know from personal experience that the first one means that you will never, ever get a refund. I am so glad that you agree, Arkimitra. I am so glad. Okay, let's talk about formula number 4. I call it steal my stuff guarantee. And that's really ballsy, really ballsy. I used to do it a lot when I was a small player, but now that I'm a big, massive player, I'm a little bit afraid to do it, because I know that a lot of people are just looking for that opportunity to kind of take that element of stealing and literally steal it. But it is, again, super powerful. So steal my stuff. I basically said something like, if you don't like anything in the program, if you don't like my face, if you don't like my accent, if you don't like the videos, if you don't like the video quality, if you don't like the member, anything, if you don't like any of those things, you are free to steal my stuff. I don't want your money, right? So again, it takes a lot of balls to do this. It establishes you as someone who is so confident that people are not going to come running asking for a refund, who's so sure that everything that she's selling is of so much value that people will not come running and asking for a refund. That shocking effect of that ballsiness is what makes these guarantees so powerful. So I called it the steal my stuff guarantee trifecta, where I said, if you don't like my face, or if you don't like my accent, or if you don't like the content, whatever, 3 different things, just come to me and I will give you a refund. The last one is where you don't promise an outcome. So you're not saying that this will make you the same amount of money that I'm making, because I know that is tricky. I know that a lot of these guarantees are tricky because you can't promise an outcome. So in the last one, I call it the best ever out there guarantee formula. So the best ever out there guarantee formula is where you say something like, if you don't find it to be the most effective system, or the most effective product, or the most effective service to get something done, then I will give you a refund. So you're not promising an outcome. You're not saying, yes, you will get the results, or yes, you will make as much money as I'm making. All you're saying is, you've tried other products. I can guarantee this is the best program that you've ever come across. And that is the kind of guarantee formula that I use for sold out launch. I cannot promise them that they will have a sold out launch, but what I can promise them is, and I know that a lot of those people who are in sold out launch have taken other programs. So I can say that with absolute guarantee, if you don't find it to be the most effective system for creating, launching, and selling out your programs, the most effective, the most supportive community, the most involved program, if you don't find it to be the best one out there, I will give you a refund, right? So this is what I mean by establishing, again, the amount of trust and the amount of pride and the amount of balls that it takes to make a statement like this. This is what blows people away. Hey, Saraya. Hi, darling. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I want you to let me know. In the comments what you think about these formulas, how you think you can use them, which one do you prefer using. And next time you go to a sales page where you are a potential buyer and you're looking at a sales page and you're looking at the guarantee phrasing, think to yourself, take a moment and think to yourself, what feelings does that guarantee copy inspire? Does it make me feel closed down? Does it make me feel like I don't want to take a risk on that person because she's just out to get my money? Or does that make you feel like, oh, I can totally take a risk on that because, oh my God, she's so confident of the outcome. She is so ballsy when it comes to making the claim. She's not out to get me. She's not dying to get my money. Instead, she's so confident in herself that she inspires trust amongst her buyers. Hey, Gabriella, happy birthday to you. Thank you, darling. My birthday was yesterday, but we are still celebrating. I'm waiting for the husband to get home so we can continue to celebrate this. Excellent. So now, this whole idea of guarantee, it kind of ties into, even though there's just one element of persuasion, the reality is that there are so many other elements that you need to take into account if you want to have that avalanche of trust, that avalanche of believability when it comes to your product. And I have written a best-selling book on that. So what I want you to do is I want you to go check out my international best-selling book on sales and selling and consumer behavior. It's called Mass Persuasion Method. The book is available on Amazon for only $14. But when you go and grab a copy of yourself, please do me two favors. Favor number one, please take a picture of that book and tag me on Facebook so I can actually drool over that picture, because I have been dying when people are posting their pictures with the book. So that's thing number one you should do when you get the book. And thing number two, you should claim your bonuses worth $800. I'm giving away $800 worth of bonuses for everyone who buys the paperback version of Mass Persuasion Method. You can go check it out at bit.ly/MPM book. I will also leave a link to the book and the bonus page with this video. So please go check it out. I would love for you to have the book, not just because I wrote the book, but because I think it's a pretty dang awesome book. I think so many people, when they talk about persuasion, their persuasion arsenal starts from Robert Cialdini's book and ends at Robert Cialdini's book, right? Everyone is just using the same principles that Robert Cialdini lays down in his books. I think Mass Persuasion Method will, actually, no, I don't think so. I am absolutely certain that Mass Persuasion Method will give you a different perspective on how you can persuade people. And not a lot of your competitors have started implementing those yet. So you will get the first mover's advantage. So please go on, get a copy of the book. And then once you've done that, please take a picture and let me know, tag me on Facebook, so I actually know that you've taken the picture, because that makes my heart go, what? Boom. Thank you so much. Thank you, Collery. Thank you, Ida, for the birthday wishes. What do you think of people who offer something like 110% refund, for example? I think that's awesome. I think if you can, there are people who say, we will double your investment. There are people who say, when it comes to refunds, there are people who say something like, we will give you 110% back. Awesome. That means that you have the balls. So if you offer something like this, honestly, if you were to get 100 sales with a regular guarantee, with a guarantee like this, you'll probably easily make 20% more, because that inspires trust. That inspires this, that communicates this. I'm bigger than this. I'm not out to get you. I'm not out to get your money. I'm all about making a difference. And really, if it doesn't work for you, it's fine. I'm not going to rub your nose in your mistake, right? This is what we need to aspire to do. I am not going to rub your nose in your mistake. People are deathly scared of making a mistake, and they're even more scared of owning up to that mistake. So when you buy a product that is wrong, that is the product that you are not looking for, not only do you feel like you've made a mistake, so you spend money where you shouldn't have spent it, but again, when you have to prove to the seller by sharing worksheets or whatever, you're again reliving that mistake. It's too painful. You don't want the people, no one wants to do that, honestly. Fear of money is only secondary. What stops people from making the sale is fear of looking stupid, fear of looking like a fool, fear of being had. Don't make them go through this. Don't put them in that emotional trauma and then wondering why you're not making sales or you're not making enough sales, right? There is one sale, I will say this. There is someone, I haven't bought anything from him, but I've seen his sales page, Ryan Levesque. on his sales page, he had a really nice phrase as well when it comes to guarantee. It said, if it doesn't work for you, whatever, just ask me for a refund, no questions asked, and we will still remain friends. Genius. I think it's such a nice, that one sentence, because that is also a fear amongst people. They're like, okay, but if we ask for a refund, maybe that person will turn against me. Maybe they will not like me. We have this fear that people will not like us. So that one line, no questions asked, ask for a refund, we'll still remain friends. Although, you're not really friends with the seller, but still, it's such a good phrase to use on a sales page. So yes, when it comes to good examples, I take names. When it comes to bad examples, I don't take names, because even though I look like I'm a bitch, I promise I'm not really a bitch. Okay, wrapping this up, go check out my book. It's bit.ly/mpm book. Go buy the book. It's only $14, but you get bonuses worth $800. So buy the book, post a selfie with the book, and also claim your bonuses. I'm going to leave the link after the video is done. Hey, YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, please, please, please give me a thumbs up, because why would you not? No one talks about this shit. So if I do, I need to be rewarded a lot. So lots of thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also go buy my book.